Hey everyone, it's Kai from Cool Collectibles back again for another review. This time it's the Death Star armor variant of the Bandai Tamashii Nation's movie realization, Samurai Taisho Darth Vader. For all the upcoming Japanese Star Wars figures, head on over to Big Bad Toy Store. They ship worldwide, so definitely check them out. Alright, so for those of you that have followed the channel, you'll know that I absolutely love this Samurai line from Bandai. It's just a beautiful, unique take on these characters. And this new Death Star armor variant I guess comes with a few extra accessories over the top of their original first release, and there are a few molding differences as well, which I'll show you guys in a second. But just a quick look at the packaging. You get the usual artwork on the back, and a look at some of the accessories there. And the box art is always its classy style. Out of the packaging, I've just got it here in its clamshell. So you'll see it has, I didn't actually realise the Death Star symbol was actually detachable, so it actually comes off, and you do need to attach it to the helmet. It comes with the saber hilt, which it didn't have before, and that's to go with this, I guess, shorter katana. I'm not sure if that's the right name for it, but that sword there, and it comes with the variant of the saber, which does look a little bit different in some of the moulding there. And of course it does come with a couple of these skeleton type hands, which I guess is the variant for when he's got his arm cut off. So I'll get him out of all this packaging and give you guys a closer look. Alright, so it does come with an instruction manual that shows you just how to do some of the assembly. So you just peg that Death Star symbol onto his head there, and it shows you how you can sort of mount the various accessories onto the belts and so on. The lightsaber is again a beautifully molded accessory. I love the translucent red in the blade there, and the hilt here is similar to the original, which I do have here. So you can have a bit of a side-by-side comparison. So you can see the original is more of the traditional style that pretty much the only variant from this to, I guess, a proper lightsaber is the curved hilt, the curved blade, sorry. But this one, on the new one, is more, I guess, more artistically styled. So these, I guess, I don't know if they're sort of diamond encrusted or something, but or even a skeletal or something like that. But I guess it's a nice variant on the traditional blade, and you can also see just a couple of bronze tips there on the paint application, so very nicely done, and a bit more accenting on the bronze around the top of the hilt there. So overall, a pretty nice blade to have there. It also comes with the traditional blade, which I think is very similar to the Stormtrooper one, or the Boba Fett one, so nicely done there. And just these are all plastic blades, but they're nicely sort of painted in that metallic gloss silver. It also comes with the unlit blade, if I can focus. So the unlit lightsaber, so you can sort of put that onto the belt and have him holding this blade, but I probably won't do that. The Death Star symbol itself is nicely painted in this sort of bronze metallic sort of colour, so it's got a nice sheen to it, and the base of it's just got a little hole there, and you just place it on the helmet here. It has this little peg at the front, and I thought it was going to be pretty difficult to do, but if you line up the dot and the base and just push down, it's pretty easily done, like so. I guess for me, he does look a little bit ridiculous with that Death Star on top of his head. The original with just, I guess, the Empire, the symbol was probably a little bit classier, but I'll get into that a little bit later. It also comes with this nicely lacquered hilt, or what are they? A sheath for the blade. So I think you can just slide it in like so, and it fits in quite nicely. I'm not sure, I don't think it's meant to keep the lightsaber in there, because it is too short, as you can see, so it is meant for this shorter blade. It also comes with a range of hands. So he does come with a fisted skeletal hand, and a regular gloved hand by default as fists, but this hand here is probably the best one. I love the detailing in there. So you get the gold tips on the fingernails, all the little details, like he's got all the tendons and so on. So just a fantastically molded and painted hand sculpt. These other ones that are regular sort of the gloved ones are pretty much the same as the original. So here's the original, so you can see it's just a variant on that, but it's these sort of skeletal hands that I'll definitely end up using, because they just look awesome. And here's the force choke version, so that just looks amazing. So I'll just get both figures and give you guys a quick comparison. Alright, so here are the two variants, with the first being on the right here. And overall they are pretty similar, and the articulation wise is pretty much the same throughout, so I probably won't go through too much on the articulation. All the usual double jointed elbows, knees, waist rotation, etc., and hip rotation and movement there is pretty much the same. So I'll just go through the sort of molding differences. As you can see, the helmets are obviously different. So just let me zoom in here. Now I guess there's probably pros and cons of both. With the new one here, the cowl on the back there doesn't seem to be as long and deep. I mean, as you can see on the side here, mine seem to have ridden up on the back here. So, oh no, you can adjust it down. So that's probably a mistake on my part, in that you can adjust that down and make it look a little bit longer, which I just did. So that's probably not too much of a difference, but as you can see, the paint application on the original with those purple highlights is I guess stands out much more than this sort of dark sort of rusted paint app on the new version. Now the new version, the head sculpt or the helmet sculpt is more skeletal, I guess, in line with the new theme. So you can sort of see the outlines on all the sort of skeleton underneath there. It's almost like the Hasbro, what is it, the Darth Vader's Wrath or something like that. That version that's got the lightning through the helmet, where it sort of gives more of the skeleton look of his skull through the helmet. So that does look pretty nice. But I probably do prefer the original with just the sort of standard look on it. The cape and so on is pretty much the same, and this shoulder section is pretty much the same as well. I'd probably say the silver is probably a bit more lighter done, whereas on the original it's more of a dark gunmetal grey. This torso area, of course, is quite different in that it's got all of the ribs going through there, whereas this one has more of the traditional sort of Japanese armour styling to it. So not too bad. I do like the addition of this little swivel component that allows you to put the sword hilt into there, and you can then also put the unlit lightsaber blade in there as well, whereas in the previous figure you just had this short sort of attached hilt that they use for what do they call it, the seppuku, I think, the ritual suicide or something, and here you could put the original unlit hilt. So a few more options here on this particular version. The skirt has the Death Star symbol, whereas the original had the Empire symbol, and it also had the sort of outline on the skirt here, which this one doesn't. But the lower legs and so on is pretty much the same. And the skirt again misses out on the purple highlights. So overall, as I was saying before, there's pros and cons of both. I do like the skeletal sort of styling for this one, but overall the paint application on the original does stand out a bit more, and it does look like he's more of I guess ready for battle in this particular version than this particular version. So I think I'm not sure how I'm going to display them. I might have this skeletal version with a couple of the stormtroopers, and perhaps have this one with the royal guards and so on. So plenty of options for this particular range, but as always with Bandai, the overall build quality and attention to detail is pretty fantastic, particularly with all the sort of molding and paint applications around highlighting the skeletal nature of this particular figure. So hopefully you like that quick look at this new Death Star armor variant of the Samurai Taisho Darth Vader. Hopefully you can click that subscribe button, because I do have the others coming up in this line as well early next year. So hopefully it's not too long before the Royal Guard and Sand Trooper and the Drummer Stormtrooper come out as well. So hopefully you can stick around for that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.